I got this shirt at Walmart for like $2. It's not meant to be a political message or anything, but it is kind of cool. It's the guy, he's drinking a beer. So today's presentation is on it's a juxtaposition joke again. We got Barron Trump. Iran threatened his life, which is, at first I was like, what a bunch of fucking retards. Why would you threaten the president's kid? What a bunch of fucking retards. And Comcast, XFinity. I still don't know what the fuck is the difference between XFinity and Comcast, but whatever. So we're going to try and juxtapose these two ideas and see if I can get somewhere with this. So at first I was like, what a bunch of fucking retards. Why would you threaten the president's kid? That's going to get, if people in the U.S. were like, oh, I hope they get him, that would be, I hope there's not that many. I hope it's like less than 10% of people are like that, but there could be. So then I started thinking, hey, I can sympathize with anybody. And then I thought about all the dead Iranians and how they probably targeted. And this is where I changed. I went from like being like, what a bunch of fucking retards, to like, maybe they're smart. So here's the question: you have society. Here's Trump, and here's his inner circle, and then you have a pyramid system. And spoiler: 80% of you people aren't even really people. You're just dogs. Woof woof. Dogs. Woof woof. Woof woof. You don't even have brains anymore, probably. And then you have, here's Iran, this is the US, this is Trump, and this is Iran. And when you do decapitation strikes, your main goal is to get as much of this area as possible. It's called decapitations. And statistically, this is what's really funny. I started thinking about this. I was like, there's the O'Neills, there's the Clintons, there's the Bushes, there's the Kennedys. It's all fucking families. You people at the bottom are jokes. You're basically just a bunch of fucking dogs. And then the 20% basically own you and your dogs. You're not even really people anymore. And then when they were targeting Iran, they probably just targeted the elites, because the 80% of people in Iran are just like 80% of people in the United States. You're just dogs. You don't even have brains. You're just fucking retards. You don't even matter. You'll follow whatever your master tells you to do. You'll probably do it. So that's. And they did a lot of decapitation strikes in Iran. So, because statistically, you people, you're just dogs, right? So I changed my mind. At first I was like, what a bunch of fucking retards going after Barron. And then I was like, hey, that's actually kind of smart, because he's probably gonna be a president in like 10 or 20, 30 years. So it's not personal. It's just like business, because 80% of you people aren't even really humans. You're just NPC dogs that do whatever your masters tell you to do. You aren't even really. Same thing with Iran. 80% of the people are probably just woof, 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 woof. I'm not even a person. I don't even have a brain. Woof, 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 woof. So, I don't know. Oh, the O'Neills had a governor and their son were both governors in Alabama. The whole thing's fucking corrupt as fucking shit. The entire world is corrupt as shit, actually. It's not just the U.S. Like, the whole world is just one shithole cesspool of shit. So, that's my theory. So, and then you have because it's a return to feudal ages. Feudal ages are where you have like the hierarchies, where it's like, it's not 20-80. It's probably like 1%, 2%, and then 1, 2. That's 3%. Maybe 5% here. That'll be another 2, 1, 2, 3. And then you get maybe 10%, and then you get some other. What is this? 10. That's 10. And then you go downwards to you fucking street sweepers and your fucking janitors and your fucking gas station attendants. Society has always been, the power of a pyramid. Pyramid power. People think pyramids don't have power. Pyramids are the most powerful. Triangles are the most powerful shape in the entire universe, because So. I'm not pro what I think I understand what they're. Also, I think it's just a way of like harassing, because I don't think they can pull it off. Maybe they can. I don't know. I'm not here. I mean, you'll get in a lot of trouble if you do that. By the way, do not do that. So, but whatever. That's my theory on the current state of the world. Oh, and then I tried. Now the subject change. XFinity. I put Comcast up here too. So I got to juxtapose two events together and create a mesh, a synthesis of two events to try and find some sort of deeper meaning by connecting two unrelated events together. Urgh! Okay, so how are you gonna do this one? Oh, so like this house, I mean, I'm a piece of shit. I'm a shit kid, and I'm living at my parents' house because I'm a piece of shit. And they were paying like $200, $300 a month for Comcast, and they had a cable box, and they have cable, and they got internet, and they might have like a phone, and it should be like 150. It should be under 200 at least, and I think they were up to like 300 at that point. And then so the lady went and did a contract with them again, or some monthly thing, and the whole thing is now like 150 or 160, but she didn't get a cable box on our other TV, and that's $15 a month. And so she calls them up. She's like, I can't get the TV to work, and I'm stuck 20 minutes into a conversation, and they're asking about a fucking modem, and I'm like, dude, I paid $300 for a modem. You ain't gonna fucking tell me I have to return a modem to you. We never rent no fucking modem from you. And then she doesn't understand that like she changed the contract, and I'm just sort of stuck trying to figure out what the fuck she did. But well, that was just comedic, because then I got really angry at the guy. I was like, we didn't fucking rent no. I paid $300 for a fucking modem, and then he's wanting something else. All right, I'm all angry as fuck, and then I have to go, and then she's like, oh, I did a contract, and then she doesn't, and then this is about hierarchies, because now we're going to go back to this is my one thing. If I ever become a philosopher of major substance, I want to point this out. I want to point this out very seriously. This is the most important philosophical thing I've discovered in life. The elites. So this is the one story I think is the most fascinating story about slavery. You have some slave lady. She's like, Master, I gave you 5 kids. You love me. And then the master's like, yes, I love you. And he's like, what a fucking nut bitch. What a fucking nutty bitch. She gave me 5 of her kids to fucking this 1830s. We're talking like 18, and he didn't stop her from doing it, right? He didn't say, you're a crazy bitch. You're not supposed to give your kids to the slave master, which that's my objection to slavery. I don't care about owning people. I got no problem with that. But when you have like a system where like you've created a system where people are giving their kids to another person, that's morally fucking disgusting, which is what these new pyramid structures are. You're basically giving your kids to the people at the 20% top. You're basically giving your kids to them. And I don't hate the 20%. I don't hate those people one bit. I think most of these guys are really smart. I think Barron Trump's probably a genius. He's probably got a 140 IQ. But I hate the 80%. I hate these people with a passion. I hate them so much because they're fucking nut jobs. They give their kids to the fucking 20%, and they sit there and go, oh, master, I gave you 5 of my kids. You gonna put them in the fucking cotton field? Oh, yeah. And, you gotta have morality. There's gotta be morality in this world, right? There ain't no morality. I don't expect nothing out of the 20% at the top. I expect something out of the 80%, and the 80% are morally disgusting and completely irredeemable, and they're disgusting and they're morally repugnant, and everything wrong with this world comes from probably the bottom 90%. It probably comes from the bottom 95% of this world, actually, because like you people are fucking morally irresponsible and just disgusting, and you're irredeemable because what you allow to happen, so. Because you're dogs. You're just dogs. Woof, 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 woof. And that's Iran, too. Dog, they're just dogs. Woof, 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 woof. A fucking crazy bitch literally didn't know she... Whatever. And they like that. That's why they created, in Christianity, they have filial piety. Piety. You know what filial piety means? It means you're supposed to respect stuff you're not supposed to respect. You either respect something because it has something of value, or you don't respect it. And they want you to respect things that are not respectable. And they're doing that on purpose, because by respecting a black lady who gave 5 of her kids to the slave master, they basically set themselves up for success. Here, have my kids. Oh, I'm a good slave. I give my 5 kids to the master. Fucking borderline insane black women giving their fucking kids to the fucking slave master. What a bunch of fucking... This world irks me. Huh. That's funny. It's pretty funny. Also, the Iranians are all just elites too. It's probably the main guy. I should have looked this up, but I'm pretty sure it's probably just a bunch of fucking families with their fucking hierarchical. It's probably just the fucking O'Neill Bridges of fucking Iran too, Clintons, Kennedys, Bushes. It's going to be the Trumps now. Just reigning family hierarchies. You got to like it. You got to love it. That's the end of this rant. Oh, XFinity. And this guy's like, you need to go to the 240 Club. And he talks in this weird voice. Like, he's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. They won't tell you what's going on. They try and get you to, things just are the way they are. No. You people let this world look the way it looks. You people let this world look this way. Whatever. He wasn't like, hey, you changed your subscription today, and you're gonna pay $15 to get that TV back. He gives like a 2-paragraph explanation about stuff. It's done on purpose, by the way. They do this shit on purpose. They, whatever. Or they have a different data set. They could have a different data set. But he might have been I think he's Indian. He might have been Indian. I don't know. Whatever. So that's my meshing of two events into some sort of synthesis of. She's like, why does the cable not work? She didn't understand contracts, and women shouldn't. I don't think women should be let out of the house personally. But then again, that's. You shouldn't have women making any. I don't think they should be responsible for child. I think they need to cut them out of that somehow. They need to make an invention where you can have kids without having to be involved with like literal retardation. Because I don't know why they're even involved in that thing. You got to figure out a way to cut them out. That's like, why would you let retards even be involved in the involvement of anything important in this world? It's like, what the fuck's going on here? Why would you not? You don't let them even anywhere near anything of value. But for some reason, society says they will let them do that. And then if you want to know why the world looks the way it is, it's because people are robbing their kids. It's like, hey, you have my kid. It's your slave. Or Iranian, hey, whatever the Iranian slave masters. I would call that like, what would the Iranian slave masters be? Al-Quds Force or something? I don't remember the name. Probably something like that. So, well, just an idea. Just an idea. Fucking dogs. Fucking disgusting dogs. Disgusting dogs.